Hello, beautiful people. We're going to look at gaslighting, unpack what this colloquialism really is, and unpack it from an energetic perspective. Well, what is gaslighting? Essentially, it is a manipulative tactic that is assumed or used by people that are narcissistic, self-absorbed, or self-entitled. And their end goal is to assume power over their victim, whomever that victim may be. And in this instance, power equals the victim's energy. Because the end result of gaslighting, which occurs over a long period of time, that's one of its characteristics. It's 1,000 different conversations, accusations, questionings over 1,000 different days, with the end of that being that the victim questions themselves. They question their sanity, they question what is real, what is true, and how is that from an energetic perspective for that person. What happens is that the rug is pulled out from underneath the person, the victim. They start to question what their truth is. When you are grounded, when you're in a grounded, whole, positive energy within yourself, your intellect and your intuition are connected. Everything is flowing, it's balanced, you feel balanced in yourself, you know what is true, you know what is right, and you know who you are and where you're going in life. When you are the subject or the victim of gaslighting, you question that. That connection between your intellect and your intuition is just gnawed away at. And your foundations of knowing, your foundation of knowing who you are, of the truth, is completely disrupted. It is completely undermined. And that is because the simple definition of gaslighting is being sold or told a story of lies or a false narrative. And this is why it happens over a period of time. There are several aspects or red flags that identify gaslighting, and they all come together to form the phenomenon of this story of lies that leads the victim to completely question reality, to completely question their own sanity. So the first characteristic of gaslighting is there'll be a series of false truths or white lies. White lies because it'll be the narcissist will twist a situation to suit their story or to suit their own ends. And so that could be that you've said one thing, the victim has said one thing, and then the narcissist or the self-entitled person, the gaslighter, will say, well, no, you didn't say that, you said this. And then you'll be like, but I'm sure I said that. And this happens over a period of time. And another characteristic, I should say, of gaslighting is that the gaslighter will deny the lie, always. They will be so firm and fixed and quite self-righteous in their denial that they are lying and in their they will vehemently support or stand by their false narrative or their story of lies so much that the victim will go, well, maybe I did say that after all. Maybe I am going a bit insane, because they are so righteous in their story. They are so adamant that they are telling the truth. Whereas what that actually is just an absolute denial of the fact that the gaslighter is in fact lying. And one of the ways that you can spot this lie is that their actions and their words won't match up. So they may say, oh, but I went and did XYZ, whereas and the facts, evidence, the fact that actually they went and did something else. And so there's this web or this narrative of lies that builds a picture, it builds a false picture, probably a grandiose or self-serving picture for the narcissist, because that is what they're trying to do. They're trying to make themselves look a certain way, and they're trying to create sort of a veil, if you like, or a veil of lies that the victim then starts to believe because they have just been questioned so often. Another thing the narcissist will do when they're gaslighting is they'll bring in other people. So they will undermine the victim or get the victim to undermine others. They often triangularize people. So they'll pit people against one another, and they'll set off a series of false narratives with each of these people so that everybody starts questioning one another, start questioning reality, start questioning what the true story really is. And so this combination of different tactics that build this false story that then the gaslighter stands by so vehemently causes this erosion within the victim's sanity and energy system, because, as I said earlier, it's this undermining of what your intuition is telling you. Your gut instinct knows what the truth is. Your intellect knows what the truth is. Together, they're a powerful truth for an individual. And to have this undermined starts to deplete the person of that positive energy, of self-assurance, of the groundedness, of knowing that you know who you are, you know your truth, you know what your values are, and you know where you're going in life. And that is where the person becomes ungrounded and loses their power, because they then start listening, probably more than they normally would, to the lies that they have been sold through this gaslighting, through the false story. And that then leads to the depletion, and the power play is supposedly complete. However, knowledge is a very powerful thing, and having these red flags to watch out for is really helpful, because you can, if you're a victim of gaslighting, you can start to even journal your own version of the truth, what you actually know is right. And concurrently, you could even journal the false narrative or the story of lies that's been sold to you. And if you do this over a period of time, you will be able to see the patterns in it. Like anything with energy, it works in patterns. And that is what the story of lies or the gaslighting is. It will be a pattern. It's telling a false truth or a white lie, or telling one to someone else who then tells it to you. Then you go to the narcissist, say, hey, hang on a minute. They then deny, make you question yourself. This is the pattern. And this, you can see that if this happens over a long period of time, it really does cause a very big negative impact on the victim. But the advice is, look for the pattern, look for these red flags, and when you understand them, realize that you're dealing with a pattern of behavior, a manipulative tactic, and that's what it is. And use that to start to rewrite your version of the truth, and then build yourself up again so that you can stand in that truth and know that you are not the questionable party in this particular situation. I hope that's helpful. Thank you.